to act is now, lest another generation is forced to watch as their future slips away. Thank you. And next up we have Abdoll, who has been one of the co-creators of the Hamilton Fossil Fuel-Free project. All right, can you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
All right, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming over. It fills my heart with joy to see such a collaborative effort with Hamilton 350 and Eco Ninjas, especially given that you encompass two different age groups that often have to justify the validity of your voice and your concerns when it comes to climate justice. Being here today and supporting each other is exactly what these oil companies, developers, and well-fed politicians hate to see. First, I want to address MP Philomena Tassi. You may not remember me, but I remember you. In fall of 2015, my friends and I volunteered to make phone calls and buttons for your campaign. My older sister was also part of the Young Liberals that underpinned your success, and I know you supported my father in his attempts to join the Liberal campaign. I announce these connections not because I want to cut ties or burn bridges, but exactly the opposite. I want to add meaning to the fact that I'm sending a plea to you and your colleagues to strike your foot down and hold our largest emitters accountable. We're here today to demand a well-executed emissions cap for the oil and gas sector. It's astonishing that those in power pretend to be blind to the numbers presented to them. 70% of Canadians are in favor of a cap for the oil and gas, yet time and time again we see policies that are made in favor of the sector, despite them making up only 7% of our economy while contributing over a quarter of our country's emissions. We try so hard to do as much as we can on a municipal level. While we have an amazing set of councillors and some prominent advocates within city offices, the truth of the matter is that city staff and council will not touch big oil developers or the steel industry with a 10-foot pole. In the work that I and my co-researcher Abdoll have done for the Community Fossil Free Plan, our conversations with staff members have highlighted the immense power that these sectors hold. Yet that isn't to say that we're helpless. Hamilton has historically been the underdog of Southern Ontario, from being manhandled and gutted by the steel industry to being bullied and threatened by developers, West End. We managed to pick ourselves up and continue to cultivate reasons to be proud of our city with its diverse communities, beautiful ecological heritage, and its creative scene. Movements like the one today are a testament to the passion and resilience of good-hearted citizens. We can continue to push for bylaws and changes that add resistance to these industry players. From taxing pipelines to subsidizing rental retrofits, we can really make a difference. I may not have been born here, but I'm honored to call Hamilton my home, even when it feels like Hamilton can't sustain itself as a home for long. We continue to fight for the city. We're not fighting with it or in spite of it. We continue to put in the work, even if the results of the work isn't guaranteed or immediately seen. We hold the city's best interests at heart. You cannot tell me that the big oil companies can do the same. To finish, I call on Rep. Tassi again. I know you're a woman who remains strong in your convictions, especially as a former chaplain and attorney. I hope you can recognize that we also remain strong in ours and that these convictions aren't antagonistic. Rather, holding emitters accountable and reaching our emissions targets is conducive to a socially and economically just society. Nurturing God's kingdom on earth requires the active stewardship of earth. We've been stepping up to the plate on our end. Now it's the government's turn. Thank you. Woo!